ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातम् सहोगण रघुनाथानितं तं सजीवं सादयितं सवधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहोगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पुङ्गुलं आयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् श्रीगुरुदिनतारिणं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं हरि ओम तत्सत् সর্বপ্রথমে আমি আমার পরমারাধ্য গুরুদেব শিল জয়পতাকা স্বামী গুরু মহারাজ ইস্কন প্রতিষ্ঠাতা আচার্য জগৎগুরু শিল প্রভুপাদ গৌরী আচার্য বর্গ গোস্বামী বর্গের রাতুল চরণ কমলে আমার প্রণতি জ্ঞাপন করছি। So, and today those who are attending this our Ramayana class, so every week we are in 3 days are reading the Ramayana. So today we are reading the book from translating by His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj. So now I am continuing from where we stopped last class. Vishwamitra welcomed Trishanku with compassion. Hearing from him, now he had been cursed by the son of Vasishta. Vishwamitra welcomed Trishanku with compassion. Hearing from him, how he had been cursed the son of Vasishta. When Trishanku begged Vishwamitra for help, the rishi assured him of shelter and promised to provide him with the priest that would assist him in the performance of his sacrifice. So last class we heard that Trishanku also just to bereft from everything because he is also to finish the Vasishta but couldn't. And Vasishta's son finished him everything. Then Trishanku came, the another jealousy person against the Vasishta. So they handshake each other, just like those person, every person meet with that same mentality, same like a target personalities. So when the Trishanku begged Vishwamitra's help, so he assured, okay, I will help you. Thereafter, Vishwamitra ordered his sons to petition all the priests and qualified Brahmana to assist him. Thereafter, the Vishwamitra ordered his son to petition all the priests and qualified Brahmanas to assist him, asking also for the name of those who refused. You see, those who also refused. Uh, Also the name of those who refused. Thus many Brahmanas from the kingdom across the earth came to his ashram. Only Vasishta and his son and the rishi um, Madha, Mahatma refused to participate, saying, what Brahman or demigod will be willing to accept an offering from the hand of a Kshatriya, what to speak of Chandal? And when Vishwamitra heard this harass and insulting word, then just he's saying that what is the hell is that? That what Brahman or demigod would be willing to accept? He's saying what a Brahman and Kshatriya willing to accept what Brahman and Kshatriya willing to what Brahman and Kshatriya willing to accept from a Kshatriya what to speak of Chanda. He said that a Kshatriya can accept something from a Brahman, but from not from the Chanda. When Vishwamitra heard this harsh and insulting word, he immediately uttered the following curse. May the rest sons of Vashishta be reduced to ashes, sent to the abode of Jamaras this very day. So they take a vow. Will send it to the Vashishtas, all the son to the Jamaloka. So we can see that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that a devotee never expect him any credit or something. Pranadu Pishunichena Tararu Vishohishnuna Amanina Manodena Kirtaniya Shadauri. We can see the Vishwamitra and his son can think about, okay, they say that we are a Chandal, no problem. Actually, we are also not like a big personalities. But those who are still not a devoted mind, even not to fully the Krishna consciousness, they always to just to inquiring or just to anchoring and searching the name, fame, respect, this and that. So as soon as they are just to got to the insulting, immediately they took a vow that when they will send it the Vashishtas all the sun to Jamaloka, thereafter let them take 700 birds as a chandal and may that full Mahatma become a nishad. The cards quickly took effect, and the Vishwamitra was able to perceive the result by dint of his mystic vision. Vishwamitra then requested the Brahmana present to perform Trishanku's sacrifice. Simply out of fear of being cursed, they complained. They complied and start the sacrifice because already they're giving the cards now. So free from these cards, they started to do the jagga. When Vishwamitra invited the demigod to attend and accept their share of offerings, they desisted. This made Vishwamitra very angry, and he declared to Trishanku that he would elevate him to heaven by his own prowess. Indeed, as soon as Vishwamitra made this vow, Trishanku began to rising to heaven in his self-same body. So Vashishta thought, okay, demigod not come to you, but I will do Jaggo and send it to the heavenly planet. It is another teachings that when a person just to mind is totally captured by the or catch by the full of anger, full of jealousy, full of like a power and position. So that time they forget everything and they thought that they have a lot of power. They have just to save or to any other person in any way. So he's also thinking, okay, demigod not coming. You know. But a devotee always to think what? Whatever his power, everything. But he is always to think, without the blessings of Krishna, I am nothing. We see the big, powerful king in this material world, devotee king. They are always to pray to Krishna. Whatever I have, but I feel I am helpless without your blessings. But what is the difference between like a devotee and demonical mind people? They are thinking, I have lot of power. So we should get a teachings that in our life we should not to think about we are so much powerful, so much we have everything. In our life, the real strength, the real pauses, the real whatever things, that is the power of Krishna. That is the power of blessings of the Vaishnavas. That is the greatest power. But if we don't have like this, then we not to think about this money, everything, power, position is my ultimate, the power. But we should not to think about this is our real ultimate power. That's not our ultimate power because in this material world, whatever power you can see, after a few minutes, everything will vanquish. But the Krishna's power we see, we heard that so many big, like a demon, Kamsha, Ravana, so many. But one day they are finished. But we saw that devotee, very simple, but they are so powerful. Even see, Vishwamitra, Vashishta, so powerful. But he is a simple man. Why? He is a austerity power. The When the Vishwamitra invited the demigod to attend and accept, when King Indra saw Trishanku approaching heaven without having earned sacrificial, sufficient pious merits, after having disobeyed his guru, Vashishta, Indra forced Trishanku to fall head first backward art. So you can get another teachings in our life. If we are not the get the blessings of Guru, even we not go back to the hellish, heavenly planet. So that's why you need the blessings of Guru. Because when he was reaching the Trishanku, that heaven, that King Indra kicked him back. You go and you take the blessings from your Guru Vashishta. Indra forced Trishanku fall headfirst back towards earth. While thus falling, Trishanku called out helplessly to Vishwamitra to rescue him. Vishwamitra not only stopped Trishanku's fall, but also created a replica planetary system completely with imitation demigod for Trishanku in residing. Can you imagine? So powerful he is. Vishwamitra, even when that Indra didn't give him chance to entrance in that heavenly planet. So for Trishanku, he created another heaven. The demigod, however, were outraged by his wonderful feat. Approaching Vishwamitra, they said, give up your effort to help Trishanku. He lacks the necessary qualification for residing in heavenly planet. So he can get the teachings. Even if we are qualified to stay in the heavenly planet, then we need the Guru's mercy. Without the mercy of Guru, we cannot to reach there. We can't reach there. Vishwamitra, however, insists on keeping his promise. He declared, I will never go back on my promise to send Trishanku to the heavenly planet without a change of body. He never changed his plan. Devatas came that discussing, requesting, please don't help him to send it in the heavenly planet of this because he is not complete his activities. But Vishwamitra took a vow, whatever, what I promised that. So it is a demonical quality, what? What they are thinking, they have to do. What is other person, saintly person said, they never can hear. That's a demonical quality. But a Vaishnava always to think about, okay, other persons, whatever says, I should consider that. Therefore, let it be, and for that, they are this kind of activities, they have to suffer. Those who not to consider the other person, especially the big personalities order, they not to consider it. For these things, they have to suffer. Therefore, let it be uh, ordinate that may newly created heaven be accepted by you and remain for the duration of the universe. In the end, the demigod related. Therefore, let it be ordinate may that my newly created heaven be accepted by you and remain for the duration of the universe. In the end, the demigod relented, and the Trishanku remained head down toward head down downwards in space. By the mercy of Vishwamitra, he enjoys heavenly bliss while shining brightly among the stars. So Trishanku also didn't hear the demigod request. He went to that mystic new heaven and enjoyed. Vishwamitra then returned to executing austerities, determined to become a Brahmarshi like Vasishta. Then, after a long time had passed, a beautiful Apsara named Menoka ba- came to birth at the Pushkara lake, where Vishwamitra was conducting his austerity. Seeing her, Vishwamitra became overwhelmed by lusty eager to enjoy the sex. Vishwamitra implored her to remain with him in his ashram. Menoka happily consented, and thus they passed 10 uh, years together, enjoying each other while lost to the pleasure of sensual enjoyment. You see, those who are so much anger, na Bhagavad Gita Krishna said, Kamosha Krodosha. Those heart is full of the anger. Their heart is full of the lust. Shabitshamitra's heart is full of, maybe he looks sadhu, but his heart is so much anger. That's why in his heart is the so much of lust. Vocabulary. Full vocabulary. So finally, Vishwamitra came to his senses and felt a great disgust. He thought himself, I have foolishly wasted 10 years burst in the so-called enjoyment of sense gratification. Sense gratification, the sense gratification is like a one type of things is like a nimbo. First you feels very nice, and at the end you feels very bad. So in this material world, if you are asked to anybody, those who are engaging in sex life or sense enjoyment, very beginning they like it, but at the end they don't like it. We can see the sense gratification. One of the process is the marriage. You ask it to the new married couple, how are you? How is enjoying? They said, oh, very nice. But after 10 years, 20 years, you ask it to someone, how you feel your married life? Everybody is so disaster. Why I'm getting married? It was better. I'm single. That's nice. So Vishwamitra also that, because we have to know that from the Bhagavatam, Krishna is the material world. Whatever the elements of material world, everything to creating or manufacturing is such a way. First, you feel so delicious, so tasty, so enjoyable. At the end, you will feeling so disgusting, so disaster, and so like a rubbish. You'll feel that. That's why you everything in this material world. Not only that, your the sex life, not even you see, when we are thirsty, we like to orange juice. But one, two, three glass, then finish. We are feeling so bad. We don't want to drink more. So everything in this material world, whatever the manufacturer thinks, everything beginning is very sweeter, at the end it is very bitter. But what is the spiritual things? Beginning it is little bit bitter, but at the end it is very sweeter. So those who are like a knowledgeable person, they can accept what is little bit beginning bitter, but end a bit so much sweeter. So I have foolishly wasted 10,000 years. He's now repenting. Why I did just spending with this lady 10 years. Merged in the so-called enjoyment of sense gratification. Now I can understand that Menuka was sent here by the demigods simply to steal my accumulated ascetic merit. There is another teachings. Whoever in the mood or in the course of like its austerity or the ascetic or spiritual things, you are in that path. As much as we have to reduce the sense enjoyment, because that sense enjoyment is reducing our spiritual potency and power. Because in the path of obstacle in the bhakti is the sense enjoyment. How much you are be austere, how much you are be to limit the material enjoyment, that must you be powerful in spiritually. That's why one of the most important that when you are in fasting, spiritual fasting, like austerity, spiritual life, it's also one of the fasting life. That time, you as much as you reduce your like a sense enjoyment, because if we are in same time sense enjoyment and spiritual progress is very difficult. By becoming a slave to lust, I have neglected my austerities. So why am I so much enjoying with the lusty desire? That time he is neglecting the austerity. People when come to the enjoyable life, not only sex life is enjoyment, even your material vision, motion, whatever. If you're so much to be that things you engage yourself, then you will feel that your sadhana, japa, manglarti, reading, hearing, you're not getting taste. Even if you looks like that you are there, but your concentration, you can't get it. Concentration, because our mind, in my Bengali class, I'm saying, our mind is to creating the Lord in such a way there one thing can stay, not at a time two things can stay. Either you keep sense enjoyment, either you keep Krishna consciousness. If you force anything will go inside, immediately which things you put there, another things you'll delete. So we have to understand that. So I have neglected my austerities. Another thing we can understand that when people is coming out from the sense enjoyment, then their real consciousness is calm. But when people are in enjoyment, their consciousness not working, because Bhagavad Gita said last is just to cover our knowledge. When last enters our mind, immediately he switch up the transmitter of the knowledge. But when, as soon as we are coming from enjoyment, then our knowledge switches on. That time we are thinking, oh, what I did is not good. That's thus I have fallen down from my exalted position. Vishwamitra dismissed the fearful fearful Menoka and then went to northern side of the Himalayas, determined to remain celebrate from then on, celibate from then. Then and again went to the northern side of Himalaya. Again he started uh, celibacy. You have to another thing in this material earth. If you did some mistake, you never can think about your finish. You can again start. People are mistaking, people are recovering. You have to understand. If you did something mistake, no problem. But you again, if you have a determination, if you have a vow, then you can again recover yourself. When Vishwamitra again resumed his austerities, the demigod grew increasingly fearful. The Vishwamitra again resumed his austerity. When he again do austerity, regain his power, spiritual potency, the demigod grew increasingly fearful and approached Lord Brahma, begging him to avoid. The demigod grew increasingly fearful and approached Lord Brahma, begging him to award Vishwamitra the status of Maharshi, because he wanted to the Maharshi na to defeat the Vashishta. Just say now demigod went to Brahma, give him. Na? That's why in one of the teachings also you can get it from here. When a person become like a bad in this material world, if he is a spiritual person, maybe we are criticizing, oh, he's so bad, so lusty, whatever. But if you have a think he is in spiritual path, if he again started to his celibacy or austerity, and whatever bad word, bad things you did, you have to punish, because he will regain or he will come back to his position. Then you will be so powerful, you cannot to control yourself, you cannot to resist yourself. So Lord Brahma agreed, but when he approached before Vishwamitra, Vishwamitra replied that he would not be satisfied with anything less than the uh, status of Brahmarshi. He said, when Brahma reached there and demigod said, you give him Maharshi. But Vishwamitra said, I don't want any position. If you want to give, I wanted the Brahmarshi, not Maharshi. Thus, Lord Brahma explained, you have not yet fully controlled your senses. Therefore, you will have to practice more austerities before achieve your desired goal. Brahma gave him lesson that you are still not that consciousness. So please to first achieve that consciousness, then you can become the Brahmarshi. After Lord Brahma departed, Vishwamitra resumed his austerity and stand with arm upraised and subsisting on air alone for 1,000 years. That means he's standing on the one finger and deep tapasya, more austerity. 1,000 celestial years. Thus Indra and other demigod again became fearful and, devised yet another plan to thwart Vishwamitra. Indra requested the lovely Apsara named Rambha to allure Vishwamitra away from his practice of austerities. In this material world, we have to know that previous time rishis and big personalities are fall from their spiritual life or austere life by the uh, Apsharas. But modern days, a big sadhu or devotees are fall from their position by the Apshara of mobile. So by the in Kali Yuga's Apshara is mobile that take us and dragging us to the bad position. So that Kali, like Indras and Devatas are wanted to killing a person or following a person in difficult situations, sending the Apsharas. But in Kali Yuga, the Kali wanted to dragging us in Maya, then he sent it to the electronic device, especially mobile, satellite. Then we are spending our time that no chanting, nothing. Ramba trembling with fear and declining it, declined it, saying that she feared Vishwamitra's cards. Indra, however, assured her by saying, "Dear girl, please don't be afraid." Started the question also. Dear girl, please don't be afraid, for you shall surely succeed. It is springtime, and Cupid shall accompany you because people mind is agitated in the springtime. So, and also Kamadev, Cupid means the Kamadev, help you. You go. I shall also go, disguised as a sweet singing cuckoo. Indra said, I will also come as a cuckoo to sweet sound to making. Do not worry, your beauty is irresistible. Your sweet, beautiful body, irresistible. Nobody can refuse you. That's why in this material world, we should not too much attracted by the beautiful body of woman. Because sometimes the beautiful things is coming in my life, not as a blessings, most of the time coming as a destroying or finishing. Vishwamitra will become a toy in your hands. Indra said, Vishwamitra become the toys. Yes, those who are lusty lady, na, in front, in their hand, he can just to moving the man. Not every man, those who are lusty man, they can just become a puppet dog. Ramba finally agreed, and thereafter she appeared before Vishwamitra in a most pleasing manner, displaying displaying her various feminine allurement. At first, Vishwamitra was pleased to see her, thinking she had come of her own accord. However, after a moment of consideration, Vishwamitra realized that her appearance was simply another trick to thwart him from his practice. You see, a person how much be experienced, that much he is inside. When a person is no experience, he is not safe. So Vishwamitra's previous experience, beginning stage a little bit in allude, but immediately remember that this is maybe again the demigod plans. Because before Menuka's plan, I'm finished. Now maybe it is also same demigod's plan. So in our life, in every action, experience is very important because whatever decision you have to decide, you have to take from our experience, not by any person, those who are not very experienced. That's why whenever we take experience, we take from the experienced person, not as a beautiful this and that. Just like we can see in the churning of the ocean, demigods not to discuss with experienced person what did they do with the nectar. They discuss with the beautiful woman. You know? So After that, they are finished their life. You know? And that's why that lady is Mohini. The Vishwamitra immediately considered this is maybe another technique to throw me in the garbage. Flaring with anger, Vishwamitra roared, "You foolish woman! You knew I was performing austerity for the purpose of controlling my senses. Still, you dare to persist, trying to uh, seduce me. For this, you will have to stand as a stone statue for 10,000 years or until the Rishi Vashishto delivered you." Vashishto he gave the cards. Now you stand as a stone and you are 10,000 years and you will deliver from the Vashishta Rishi. Nah. So sometime if you are wanted to finish any spiritual person or rishis and everything, we have to be very careful. If we are not to succeed, then they will kill us. It's like a Sudarshan Chakra. If Chakra will throw it, it is like a Brahmastra. For whom this Brahmastra throw, if they cannot to kill him, finish him, then that will coming back to finish those who throw it. So Ramba immediately turned it into stone, while Indra and Cupid fearfully fled from the scene. However, after causing the Apsara, Vishwamitra became morose, realizing that he had fallen victim to uncontrolled anger, thus diminishing his accumulated stock of ascetic merit. Another teaching. When you are in ascetic merit or spiritual life or in a vow like Ekadashi or in a, we should not to be anger because in a austerity time or a fasting time or a spiritual vow time, if you are be anger, then your austerity is finished. That's why I'm always to say that Ekadashi day, you're not too much angry, not criticizing, not lusty, not gossiping, because this will, whatever the fruits of the result of the Ekadashi will finish. Only by eating fruits, Ekadashi not performing. Same time, we have to be avoiding our all kinds of unearths in our heart. Then you can get the 100% the blessings from the Ekadashi. So Vishwamitra then vowed to never again become angry. I will not breathe, utter a word, or eat a morsel of food or drink until I achieve the status of Brahmashi. Now take another vow. More strong. Don't eating, no water, nothing. Whenever I get Brahmashi position, then I will start. Vishwamitra then resumed his austerities. However, after fasting for 100 years, he decided to eat something. Just as Vishwamitra was about to take his first bite, King Indra approached him in a dress of Brahman and begged for all his food. Without remorse or anger, Vishwamitra humbly gave all he had planned to eat to the Brahman and went to perform his austerity for another 1,000 years. You see, when you are in vow, sometime demigod will take a taste. Like Ekadashi, you are in fasting. Next Ekadashi is Nirjala, without water. At the final stage, you are feeling, oh, a little bit time after I can drink water. During that time is finished and you are going to drink water. But you will see some devotees, sadhus come. to eat prasad. And if you are thinking, oh, I am fasting, first I eat. No, to give it, because that is the taste of your austerity. And the king Indra appeared before him in the dress of Brahmana, begged for all his food without remorse or anger. Vishwamitra humbly gave all he planned to eat to Brahman, went back again 1,000 years austerities. Vishwamitra powerful austerities began to heat up the entire universe. When a people become so much austere, then entire universe become heated. Even we see when we will do so much vow in our family that I will do this like a next Ekadashi. If you are just take a vow in your family, I have to do fasting and without water. You will see slowly evening come. Your mother, father, husband, wife, family member become more angry, more. Why you do like this? Why you do? And they are disturbing in different way. Drink this, that. But you have to take a vow. Whatever vow I take for anybody's word, I not to kick it. Because when you become more austere, when you become more sincere in devotional life, your around the people are around the things become more heated. How to kick you from the your austerity. That's why we have to be prepared like that ourselves. So began enter the demigod again approached the Lord Brahma to appease Vishwamitra. At that time, Lord Brahma, along with demigod, went to Vishwamitra and awarded him the status of Brahmarshi. Gaur Premanande, he get it because he wanted to that power, Brahmarshi, just to pursue him to desist in his austerity. Immediately his austerity is finished. When he got to the Brahmarshi power, Vishwamitra became very satisfied at heart. However, he further insisted, it is not enough for you to award me the status of Brahmarshi. I must also be accepted such by the other Brahmarshi, especially Vasishto. And he said, I am not to be ordinary Brahmarshi. I have to be the Brahmarshi as like as class of Vasishta. Thus, at the request of demigod, Vasishta went to Vishwamitra and agreed to recognize him as a Brahmarshi. In turn, Vishwamitra also offered great respect to Vasishta. Their long-standing enmity was soon forgotten and they become friends. So the real austerity is sometime, most of the time, in kicking out our all kinds of unearthers. The next morning, Maharaj Janak called for Vishwamitra, Ram and Lakshman. After respectfully greeting them, and he said, I know that such great personalities would not come here without some great purpose. Therefore, please inform me what service I may offer you. So it is another teaching. So when you will go to in front of the Lord and Guru, always to ask, what service I can give it for your pleasure. O Lord, the Janak Maharaj also saying, what great service I can give it to Rishi and Lord Ram Lakshman? Please, can you say me? Vishwamitra smilingly replied, Ram and Lakshman have come here because they are eager to see wonderful bow you keep and worship for so long. Ram Lakshman come here to see the bow, which bow Ram will break and just to get married to Sita. They wanted to see that what you worship for a long time. Janak Maharaj worship that because that is their his one of the blessings to give the appropriate son to the hand of the his son to a proper person. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we shall stop here. So we learned a lot of things. Next class we heard that how then we heard about the Sita Mata, how Janak Maharaj get the Sita Mata. Na? So everything will next class. That means next class is tomorrow. Today is Thursday, tomorrow again because our Ramayana class is uh, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Saturday, Monday, and Wednesday is our Hindi class, Bhagavad Gita. So tomorrow we'll read that. Okay? Hare Krishna. So we learned today most special thing, austerity time or a devotional lifetime. We should not to give our mind to give so much like a privilege to sense enjoyment. How much we free from sense enjoyment, that much will be powerful, and we free from the anger and jealousy. Then we can get to the big position. Just like Vishwamitra got to the position. When he's free from the last anger, jealousy, then he got to the position of promotion. So if you have to Brahman, you have to be free from that. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.